Okay, we're on page Taf Hey. And we got to this number Kuf Tzadi Vav, Kuf Tzadi Zayin. So just to read back a little bit across the top, just so we get an idea of what was going on there. He does Vihine be Ironuk of Drushot Tzitzis, Chasadim Gevurot the Ima, Heim Shemo Shal Akol. Now exactly where this fits in, I don't know, but he says there's shames of Akol. Chasadim Gevurot the Abba Heim Shemo Shlemim. Aqua. He says that after this, he says, Hagevuros Tochi, so the Abba is the Gevuros come in, Gam Lochem Katzer Hemsa. So I finally got a chance to look this up. It wasn't so easy. And it's a pasuk in Yeshaya. And anyway, it means that something like that. The Art Scroll translated it something like he said the mat. This is how they translated that the mat will not fit into I forgot the rest of it. Should have written it down. But anyway, it doesn't fit in. Yordim Aqua. So therefore, since everything can't go in, the only thing that goes in is the last hay in the four different aquas, Shel Gevuros Lamata, which refer to the Gevuros and going downward. So the Gevuros are these aquas, and together with the Chasadim, Lefi Yisod the Abba Hu Dechura, because the Yisod the Abba is male, V'hu Tsar Ma'od, and it's very, very thin, very narrow. So it's not able to hold them in, I guess, from Lomala. I'm not sure what that works, from up above, I guess, or Lomala. So they came out and they surround the Yisod from around there. So let's come down here to the Tivuk and we'll pick it up here. And it says, so a person who has faith in Hashem, Chesed will surround him. The main thing, the quality of Bitachon comes from Abba. That causes Shefet to come from Abba. Given she'etzim inyan the bitachon who ba'aba chochma, which is chochma, shesham shayach inyan the bitachon. That's where bitachon comes. Sheyachol the pull pu'ulas keneged the teva. So I guess I'm not sure exactly what that meant. He says that it's able to sheyachol the pull to work pu'ulos, his different deeds correspond contrary, or what is it? What's the right word? Keneged, he says, Keneged hateva, which is not natural. So he says, then the schar is that he will be surrounded by chesed. So the chasadim, therefore they surround the yisod on all of its sides. So he said, "V'hu makabel as a shefa mechachasadim b'megulim," and then the shefa comes from these revealed. I don't know what the who is. I mean, he means a person as a shefa mechachasadim b'megulim from these revealed chasadim, which are no longer in the yisod, but they came through the yisod, and now they're on the outside. So he says that this is a kadimyon chasadim the abba shesovavim yisod shadol savid kenizkar. So this is similar to the chasadim of Abba that go around on the outside of the Yisod. For whom mamish gemuch chasadim shal Abba shehem sovavim as Yisod shalo, that are also surrounding the Abba's Yisod. Kain al zu haderek, so similarly on this way chabateich b'Hashem Yisbarach b'schar b'tchono whom soviv tomid b'chasadim. Nice thought. So this is what we seek when we're standing in the Shemona Esrei. Okay, so we'll just repeat that phrase. He says, so he says, just going back, V'hu mamash kamocha chasadim shel Abba, shehem sova v'mis yisod shelo, which surround his yisod. As we said previously, that they go out. Kain al zu haderek haboteach b'Hashem yisborach, not forgetting that he mentioned the idea that they're only working with the haze, the final haze, or is he going to say that? So let's see. B'schar b'tchono hum b'soviv tambe b'chasadim, so because of the reward for his trust, means that he's constantly surrounded by chasadim. G'moshe ana b'makshim b'devidus amida, b'sein salcha tov l'chol habotachem b'shimcha b'emes, that phrase. V'tov heim chasadim, that's the chasadim that you're doing. So the saying salcha tov, this tov has to do with the chasadim that surround the person of faith. So it comes out like this: Ki ha'yisod de'ima yesh chasadim be'gevuros de'ima. So there are chasadim and gevuros there. Now we're going back up into the Reisha Dezan. Before, when he was talking about the Yisod, well, so generally speaking, its position or what's going on with it sounds like this position where the Chasadim of Abba are forced to come out, and so therefore they're surrounding. This is a condition in all the different phases as it spreads, possibly all the way down to the Yisod of Abba at the Yisod of Zeranpin, possibly. Yesh b'chein as a chasadim shel ima v'hein a gevurot the ima. So the chasadim and the gevuros or ima are inside of the Yisod. B'gam b'chasadim da'aba v'chein yesh b'Yisod the ima as a chasadim da'aba. Sharach Yisod the Abba Nasan Tocha Yisod the Ima, because it's placed inside the Yisod of Ima. B'kevin Shachach Chasadim the Abba Yotzim Mechutz the Yisod the Abba. So since they come out to the Yisod of Abba, V'heim Sovavim as the Yisod the Abba, and they're surrounding it. Nimsa Shehem Nimsoim B'socha Yisod the Ima. So then you find out that they're actually, let's see, he says, Yisod nimsa shehem nimsaim b'soch yisod de'ima, shahari yisod de'ima hum b'chutz the yisod de'aba, because theoretically, that since Abba's inside of Ima, so that means that they're also inside of Ima. Avach yisod de'aba, but the yisod of Abba, avach b'tocha yisod de'aba l'nasa b'soch reisha dezah, which is now we're looking at the head of Zeranpin. Lo yesh ala gevurah shelo belvad, you only have gevuros there. So the Chasadim came out, and the Gevuros are all that's there. B'Yisod Abba, Nisha'arim Rak HaGevuros, so he remains there, only the Gevuros Bilvad. Shaharech HaChasadim Baku V'Yatzu M'Yisod Abba, because the Chasadim come out, they break out, and they go out from the Yisod of Abba. Umezera Batam Nikra Yisod Yak, and this is the reason why the Yisod, this seems to be the beginning of his answer. He says it is Nikra Yisod Yak. So why would that be? Kabavur Ritzlenda Besod Mispar Rapach Anitzutzim. Apparently in the Rapach we have this concept. What is that? So inside of the Yisod of Ima, you still have the Chasadim and the Gevuros. Those are 5 and 5. But there's also the Misha Chamisha Chasadim, Shel Abba Shahim Mekifin the Yisod of Abba, which are surrounding the Yisod of Abba. Nimsa should be Yisod the Ima Yesh Chamesh Esri Bechina. Since Abba, this is interesting that since Abba is inside of Ima, even though they're outside of Abba, that's what it seems to be saying, they're still inside the Yisod of Ima, because she surrounds them. Shehem Asara Chasadim V'Chamesh Gevuro. So now you have inside of Ima. I guess I said that wrong. Let me say it back again. Nimsa should be Yisod the Ima Yesh Chamesh Esrei Bechinos. There are 10 different Bechinos. Shehem Asara Chasadim V'Chamesh Gevuros, which is the 10 Kefaros, the 10 Gevuros, which makes 15. B'Shum Kacha Yisod Nikra Yak. Shehu B'Gematria Chamesh Esrei, which is the 15th. So in other words, it's the Gevuros of Abba even though that he left that idea before where he said that since it's narrow, only the final hays come out. I think he said that previously. But here he says that the Gevuros are so he says, so Mishum Kacha Yisod Nikriyak Shehu B'Gematria Chamesh. That's right. Al Shem HaChamesh Esrei Chasadim Gevurot should be sold the Iman. It goes after that. Ki yesh bo 2 Chasadim Gevurot. So if you add them all up, you have 15 of the Chasadim and the Gevuros. Ki yesh be Yisod Mispar Chamesh Esrei, because now in the Yisod you have 15. Shehem Mispar HaChasadim Gevurot Shabo, which is the Chasadim and the Gevuros, including Abba. Kaminyan Yak, and once again it comes out to the minion of Yud K. Esrei Olim Kaminyan Yak. V'lechein a Yisod Nikra Yak, so therefore the Yisod is called Yak. V'hikones Netzach Hod Yisod the Abba Toch Reisha Dezan. Now let's go over here and look at this. This is Abba going inside the head. Sh'niknasim Anai the Abba Toch Reisha Dezan. And they're inside of the 9 of Ima. Now we've established that. So they break out also. So those mochin, those gevuros he's talking about, they go out until they got in the forehead, just like you have the chasadim. And how is that head? Al derek shabankul mochim deny the ima l'chutz v'metzah shalzah. The same way that you have with the mochin of ima, they come out too. And how does this happen? Because of this story about the kutza de sa'ari de Erik Anpin. So forces those mochim which are inside the head of Zeranpin to be, I guess, broken out. And it happens as a result of this bundle of hairs from Erik Anpin. So there is. They go around the back. So in other words, they come around the back of Zeranpin. Nivkoyim Elucha Netzachod Yisod the Abba, and it breaks up this Netzachod Yisod Abba also. Vayidera Bekolos Gvutzach Hasaru Shal Erik Avasha Arich Ba'achrei Reisha Dezan. In fact, this striking here of this Kavutza Tzaros adds a tremendous amount of light into the head of Zeranpin. Nivkoyim Anai the Abba, it breaks open the Nai the Abba Nimsoim Bifnim Bereisha Dezan, which is now inside the head. And when the Nai of Abba breaks out, and it all breaks out also because of that. So what happens is, the Ara goes out. Then what happens is the Harsa that are found, Now let's see what else he's got to say here. Let me move this up a little bit. Okay, Besod Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam. And now we have the answer to the Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam. He's going to come to this now. So that breaking out, the Bokim Matzah the Zah, himself Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam. Kadinyan Yitzias at the Tefillin the Rashi Mocha de Ima. So the Tefillin the Asha come from the Mocha de Ima. The Gavusha Yotzas of Bokos Aras Amochin Benai the Ima of Bematza the Zeranpen. Besod Tefillin the Rashi. Kain al Zera Derek Naasach at the Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam. So the same thing as Rabeinu Tam come from the Mocha de Abba, which is coming as a result of the striking of the Gavutza the Sa'aros. So did he say Sa'aros or Sa'arim? I'm not sure. The Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam Ma'achrei Mochem Sheyotzach Benai the Abba L'chutz B'matzah the Zah. V'hinei Rebbe Seder Yitziyasim Hukach. This is how they come out. This is the point that he wants to make. Ma'ata Bevar Echu HaSeder Shel B'kiyas V'yitzias Oros Mochem Benai the Abba L'chutz B'matzah the Zah. Now we're going to talk about how these come out. He said, "Techidachu b'yotzei muach hachachma." Makes sense? The first moach is called Chachma. B'moach Arishon Shehu Moach Chasadim Amalubit B'Zach Netzach Da'aba, who Yotze B'Dechid Machmas Hakos Kutzatis Arend Erikanpen. So he said, what is it? It's the first part to come out. It goes out first. Okay, so that's the Chochma. V'achar kach Habina. Then after that comes Bina. So now you have the Yud and the K. V'Rabeinu Hasheni Shul Moach Bina Amaluvish B'Soch B'Hoda Abba. Okay, I'm back. Let's go to that one. This, in other words, they're not all coming out at the same time. They're coming out in an order. So they come out next. For whom of a Dreget Shnia, so this would be the second level. Then after that, you have the Itra, the Gevurot, Shehu B'Socha Yisod, the Abba. Then you have the Itra, the Gevuros comes out third. Nivka Yotza Muach Habina, Oz Al Yedera Pakolas Akuta, the Sa'ari, the Erikanpen. Nivka, V'Yotza Muach HaRavi, then the fourth Moach comes out. And what is that Moach? Which is the Muach of Shehem HaGevuros, the Das. B'Nekroim Itra de Gevuros, and it's called the Itra de Gevuros, Amaluvash and B'Yisod, the Abba, which is in the Yisod, so the order is Chochma Bina Gevuros the Das. V'Zechu Inyan the Vayas HaChadodi. So now we had this phrase that he said before that didn't really go to, understand, was not easily understood, which is that it said, V'Zechu Inyan Havayas HaChadodi. What does Havayas HaChadodi mean? Shehem Bina Gevura. So he says that means those two. V'zechu Chapirit B'Masha Chasadim Ne'el Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam he Chavayus Heim Ahadadi. What does that mean? B'Chavir B'Chavayus Ahadadi. He says Hainu Shashnei Chamochim Shehem Bina Gevuros the Das Heim Omnim Shnei Biyad Zeh and Chulzeh. So he said V'Kevin Shemuach Gevuros the Das Yotzer Acher Moach Bina, so the Gevuros come after Bina. The Fichoch Mekomo who Miyad Acher Moach Bina, Ba'ofen Sheseder HaParshios Heim Chochma Bina Gevuros the Das and Chasadim the Das. V'Chochma he owes Yud the Chavaya, Chochma is Yud. V'Chavabina he owes Hey, Rishon the Chavaya. V'Chasadim the Das Heim owes Vav the Chavaya. V'Gevuros the Das Heim Hey Achron the Chavaya. Just wants to tell you the symbols. V'Kevin Shebamochan the Abba Shehem Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam. So now we're talking about the Tefillin the Rabeinu Tam. Yotze Muach HaGevurot the Das. So what comes out is the Muach of Gevurot the Das. That's what comes out first. Acher Muach HaBina, and it comes out after the Muach HaBina. V'heim omdem yachad, and now you have the two of them ahadadi. That's what he wants to say. I mean, the phrase havayas adadi is a little bit, I guess you could say that the tefillin of, well, let's just say that the havayas, I haven't quite got the words for this yet. Nimseim came tziruf shem havayat the tefillin the Rabeinu Tam hu kach yakaku yud k vov. He says that this is a different sequence. The Hainu Chochma Bina, Gevuros the Das, and Chasadim the Das. B'Kevin Shechab Bina v'Gevuros the Das, and since you have Bina and the Gevuros the Das, only smuchim atzel zeh, because in other words, he said they're coming out not all at one time. They're coming out one after the other. The Fichach Shnei Ahayin the Chavaya smuchim zeh, so therefore the two who do the Hays and the Chavaya are next to each other, and that's that phrase that he means v'zehu Havayos ahadadi shoshnei Hayin heim b'yachad. Okay, so then let's go to the next one, and we're getting somewhere. And let's see, now you have the Gevurot, they went out. Baku v'yatza l'chutz the metzach the zer anpin, and now they broke out. They're outside of the head. The forehead is their anpin. Gavar nifnera mamakum. So yisod the abba. Now there's nothing left in the yisod of abba. Shebepenimius amdach gevuros, where previously you had the gevuros were there. For chasadim yesh lechem makom la'alos. Then there's a place for the chasadim to come in. V'ata keven sheyatzach gevuros l'chutz b'metzah dezer anfen, v'chein chasadim shehem atem b'chutz liyisod, yicholen la'alhos l'mala b'fnim a yisod. So they come back in again. There was no room for them before. And like I said, he mentioned this concept that only the final haze of the aquas Boy, it's a powerful thing. Well, let's see what's going on here. Okay, let me see if I didn't lose my place here. So we're on Reish Kaf Dalet, I think. So originally they were pushed out. So now we see that they're mekifim, they're surrounding the yisod. Because when the gevuros came in, it pushed the chasadim of Abba out. And now they went out, they're surrounding. But now, since the gevuros are out, so therefore they come back in. Because when the now they come back in. It goes through the Yisar. In other words, the most, what would you say, the most lowest part, or the most outward part. They start going into the Ataras Yisod Abba. So this another idea that he says, why would you go there first? Because it's gone through a bris. So he says, he says it was, I don't know, nipsak was stopped or cut up, the nechtach and cut off. A masak, that is the masak, the filter that was over by Yedera b'midach b'priya, b'makom sheyatzo, and that's the place they came out from in the first place. V'zechach ha'makom d'ataris yisod da'aba, shebemenu yatzach ha'asad n'hakiv as yisod da'aba, because let's say it's the bottommost part, it's the outsidemost part. I don't know which one to say. Darko chosrin b'shavim chasad n'ikonis, because since that, it's like that's the home door, so to speak. So it goes back in the door. So then they keep going in. They go in further, and they're on the penimius. So as the chasadim go in through the atara, heim olim ataras yisod al yisod atzma besok piminiuso. Ubamakom shahoyach gevuros omdos, so in the place where the gevuros stood. For chasadim omdim atar bebenimius yisod da'aba. Both amakum shabo omdah gevuros kodem yitziyasim, in the same place that they were before they were pushed out by the gevuros. The chutz b'metzah beso the tefillin, and now they're outside of the forehead in the secret tefillin. So in other words, so now they're in the penimius of the sod of Abba. And it goes all the way up to the place where the gevuros used to be. They also wind up going out. And then what happened? And they they come out from the forehead. If it's the yasin the chutz miyasod the abba, and as they go out from the yasod the abba, chem yotzin the boltim b'metzah the zer anpin is now they burst out of the metzach of zer anpin. Achsher yatzach gevurah, so now that the gevuras are gone, achsher gevurah yatzin b'sham b'dechidach gevurah, so the gevuras are already out. Nimsa shemakomen shal the gevuras b'metzah the zer anpin who live necha chasadim, so there the gevuras will come out. And they're there before the Chasadim. Shahare rak acher yitzias gevuras bevetz dezah bo gam Chasadim. So first you have to have the gevuras of the mochin have to come out first. Ubako v'yatz bevetz dezer anpin, they go out. V'zesod parsha Shema. Now this is, I didn't quite remember all of this. V'zesod the parsha Shema. So the parsha is one of the Shemas, one of the parshas. Shehu Chesed. Achar parshas v'choya im shemoa. So therefore, when you order the tefillin, the order of the parshas in the tefillin, we're talking about the tefillin of the Rosh. He said v'zeh sod parshas shema shechoya shehi chesed. So that comes achar parshas v'choya im shemoa. So the order is going to be different because he says that's the way that this runs. Shehi gevura kasavaras Rabeinu Tam, and that would be the gevura according to the thinking of Rabeinu Tam. And this is really the whole idea of the Savara of the Rabeinu Tam. Shepasha Shema, Shechoy Muach Chasadim, Shehi Muach Chasadim, which represents the Muach Chasadim. Omedet B'Tefillin Achrei Parshas V'Hoyim Shemoa. So it comes out after V'Hoyim Shemoa, not the other way around. Shehi Muach Gevuras the Das. V'hi mishum shebemetzah deser anpin boking dechidach gevuras the das. V'sod parshas v'hoyim shemoa. V'acher kain, acher kach, yotzin the boltim b'chasadim. After that, come flying out or break out the chasadim. Shehi parshas shema, v'lechem b'dechida omed is parshas v'hoyim shemoa. So now you see that the parshas v'hoyim shemoa is now standing there. Shehi gevuras v'acher kach parshas shema, shehi chasadim. And this is where I'm stopping, and there's more to go through. But now we understand the reason why you have the according to Rabeinu Tam, exactly the significance of why the order, why we need, two orders of what the tefillin is. That hasn't occurred to me. So that's what happens. That's the reason why you have Yud K Vav. So we'll stop here. We'll go to the